Do we have the guest? Hello and welcome to the special program Desert Storm, coming to you live from the Dubai International Stadium, where India have made it 2 wins out of the 2 games that they've played. The second win coming against, which could have been a tricky opposition in Hong Kong, but at the end of the day it turned out to be a one-sided encounter. India winning the game by 40 runs. Notable performances from Suryakumar Yadav and Virat Kohli. Both men are notching up half centuries. If you look at the context of the game, it was actually Sky or Suryakumar Yadav who really turned on the screws on the Hong Kong bowlers and then set a target in excess of 190, and I think that is where Hong Kong were on the back foot. If Hong Kong had any semblance of chance of making a comeback, then that first wicket partnership was very, very crucial, but that run out by Ravindra Jadeja then set Hong Kong back once again. After that it was all one-way traffic with the Indian bowlers dominating. The other day we saw it was the Indian fast bowlers that stood out in the game versus Pakistan. This time around there was a slight change and it was the spinners that came to the fore for the Indian team. Joining us on the program live, Sunny Gavaskar and Pragyan Ojha. Sunny bhai, I'll start with you and we'll get to the batting. Let's focus with the bowling. Clinical performance from the Indian bowlers?
Yes, you could say that, but just a little bit of concern with Avesh going for more than 50 runs. That's almost going for 13 runs and over. 13 runs and over against Hong Kong. So I think that's a bit of a concern. And I think even in the final overs the other day, we had the same problem against Pakistan.
Okay, as Saniba is talking about Avesh Khan's performance, that could be a bit of a concern. Pragyan, your thoughts on that? Because now it's been 2 games. In fact, why just look at it as 2 games? If you look at the season leading up to the Asia Cup, Avesh had turned out to be expensive, yet the Indian cricket team had faith in him, in his ability. Rohit Sharma had faith in his ability. But that's really not, coming to fruition with the way Avesh has been performing game after game.
I think if you talk about Rohit Sharma and the management, I think they're backing Avesh Khan. But Avesh always, if you look at his pattern, whenever he bowls well, he really bowls well. But when he becomes expensive, he's like very expensive. So that is something he needs to address. Because, what I feel, why some players are really, important for a team, because even in their bad day, they know how to bail themselves out. That is something which Avesh Khan needs to learn. If the day is not his, so he has to bail himself out. Find some way to just finish his overs. That is something which he is not able to do. That we have seen with Prasidh Krishna. So I think this is something which he needs to address, because if the team management and the captain are backing you, I know everybody will have a bad day, but you should have a plan B or plan C where you can just silently finish your overs and not disturb on your bad day. You do not disturb your team. This is actually you are disturbing your team, because you're being very expensive, and it is alarming because a team like Hong Kong is taking you on. So you need to find a plan B or C.
Saiva, as Pragyan was pointing out, that there are certain days where he has a good day, but then there are bad days which really get worse for him. But I'm just looking at the season even leading up to it. It's not a one-off now. His form has been a bit of a concern. Even leading into the tournament, there were question marks over his selection. So this has been a continuous thing with him for, after that outstanding IPL that he had 2 seasons ago. After that, it's been a bit of a struggle. What is it that he can learn from his fast bowlers alongside him? Bhuvneshwar Kumar more often than not turns up with the goods. Even someone who's a youngster compared to Avesh and Arshdeep, still little less experienced, still comes up with the goods.
Yes, I think it's a matter of sitting down with the bowling coach and trying to strategize, what he should be bowling. Look, where I think he seems to be having a little bit of a problem is getting his Yorkers right. Yorkers invariably are full tosses between the knee and the ankle, which is pretty easy for the batsman to hammer. And I think that's an area that he needs to maybe look at. Because or maybe like as a batsman, if you find that you're getting out to a particular shot, then you cut that shot out for a little while till you get the confidence back. Similarly, maybe he might want to look at not bowling the Yorker at all, because at his pace, if he gets the Yorker right, he bowls dot ball after dot ball after dot ball. There's no question about that. But he's not getting it right. So I think that's the one delivery that he's got to look at. Also, I think when you look at the guys practicing before the match, you don't really see them practicing the slower delivery. They come and, just bowl damn all the time. They should be looking to practice the slower delivery, which they're also going to bowl in the match a little while later. So therefore, the slower delivery goes halfway down the pitch, comes also at a very good height, and comes slowly, gives the batsman time to, smash it around. So the slower delivery, for it to be effective, it has got to be a little further up. So these are the two areas. If he can improve on that, and this I'm seeing from watching it in the IPL, and also now watching it a little bit on television, that these are the two areas. If he can correct, he'll be fantastic.
Interesting thoughts so from Sunny Gavaskar, where he says maybe work on those variations, especially the slower delivery when you're out there practicing, and not just try and experiment with that while you're playing the main game. Yeah, that's how the innings panned out. India winning that game by 40 runs. With me, the youngest fan in the stadium, or should I say the youngest expert, Arjun joins me. Do you enjoy the game? What did you make of it?
I have a few things to say about the game. First of all, I'm really happy that Virat is back in form. I am going to be candid about this. I think I should get a little bit of credit for this, since when I came to the stadium, Virat did well, so it's kind of obvious he's doing this for fans like us.
Okay.
On the serious note, Virat scored a 50, and that's really good for all of us. Now let's hope that he's consistent in making runs, and we can see him as a good player.
Okay, Arjun, thank you so much for summing up the game. Arjun came in to watch this game, just 10 years of age. Sunny Bhai Pragyan, I don't know if you heard the young boy. He said that, listen, he has a hand to play in Virat Kohli coming back into form, because he came to the stadium, big Virat Kohli fan, and that's where Virat Kohli struck some runs. But just looking at the innings, Sunny Bhai, what did you make of it? I mean, people might say that it's a 50 that's come against a weaker opposition, but had he not performed, then critics would have been out. So it was crucial for him to get some runs.
Yes, the two finals that I've witnessed in the French Open, and then in the US Open a year later, both times Stanislav Wawrinka won the titles, won the majors, beating, I think, Djokovic both times. So I wanted to send Wawrinka a message that, look, you want to win anything, you better have me there in the finals. Just like Arjun said that when he came, Kohli got runs. But yes, I think having said that, light-hearted, of course, look, spending time in the middle is important. And getting runs, nothing like it. It doesn't matter what the opposition is. You've got to get the runs. And you're absolutely right. If he hadn't got the runs, people would have said, oh, what is this? He hasn't got runs, even against Hong Kong. But getting runs, spending time in the middle, feeling the ball in the middle, doing the running between the wickets, that is also important. It's not just hitting the boundaries. So all that is a big plus as far as India is concerned. And Suryakumar Yadav's form, absolutely outstanding. Even with KL Rahul, I think people are talking about the fact that he had less than 100 run strike rate, but he spent time in the middle. Now Rohit Sharma has to get going. Rohit Sharma has to get more than a 50, because Rohit getting the team off to a good start, a flying start, can make a huge difference to India's chances.
Okay, Sunny Bhai, actually summing up the Indian batting, I'll get Pragyan's thoughts as well, but before that, I'm joined by a few more fans. Not too many fans around in the stadium today. Of course, it's not even 10% of the atmosphere that we witnessed when India were playing Pakistan, but that was, already something that you expected, because many expected India to walk through when it came to Hong Kong. Two other fans, what did you enjoy about the game today the most?
I think the sun was blazing hot today in the afternoon, and our sun, our Surya, was blazing hot in the stadium. So it was an awesome performance. We wanted 6 sixes. I think one of the balls was a wide. The umpire could have been a bit easy on us. But a beautiful innings. Loved Virat's innings, and Sky as well. Amazing.
What about you? What did you enjoy?
It's always amazing to see Surya's batting. Whenever you see Surya, you just go wow. So Surya's 360, Mr. 360, I think Surya's batting was the amazing one.
Okay, so those are just some of the positive, those are just some of the things that the fan enjoyed the most. We'll talk about Suryakumar Yadav. Pragyan, let me get in a word from you on Virat Kohli's knock today. One thing that we noticed in that previous knock where he got 30 odd versus Pakistan, that it wasn't the usual Virat we've become so accustomed to seeing. There were just a couple of shots where he looked in control, the others maybe not so. Today, most of his innings, he looked like he was in control of where he was going.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, you know, it is good, as Sunny sir said, that spending time in the middle and those spending some quality time there makes a lot of difference, and it gives you that confidence. But saying that, you know, you also have to look at the opponent. Like Pakistan has a better bowling attack. So Virat was looking rusty. But when you talk about Hong Kong, their bowling attack is not that great. But mind you, their spinners were very, very intelligent. The way they were bowling against Virat, they were not giving him pace. They were trying to bowl slow. So that's when we could make out still Virat needs to spend more time in the middle. That game time is very important, because I've not seen any spinner, you know, like put that kind of pressure on Virat. Normally, Virat always finds a way to negate those spinners. But when those bowlers were planning and bowling slow and mixing the pace, that's when he was finding it a little difficult. At the same time, if you look at Surya, the way he was handling those spinners,
Yes.
so you can understand, you know, the difference when Virat is trying to come into the form and a guy who's at top of his form. So that's what we have seen Virat. You know, at top, he will not let anyone dominate him. So that is where he has to reach, and that only he can reach, as Sunny sir said, that he has to spend time in the middle and especially play these games. That is the reason why a lot of people were saying he should have gone to West Indies or Zimbabwe, so that because he spends time there, we know he will get runs there. He doesn't have any pressure. But you know that game time is important, especially when you're trying to come back into the form.
That's right. Game time, many thought that he should have gone for those toes, got some runs, but then gradually you can see Virat Kohli striking form, got that 30 odd versus Pakistan, a 50 today. Who knows, he goes on to add on from here, gets plenty more runs. Suryakumar Yadav, as I mentioned at the start of the program, seemed like he was batting on a different wicket, because we were watching the game live, and at a time where you thought even the best of batsmen was struggling with the pace of the wicket, Surya just batted nonchalantly, as if, you know, he does this on a daily basis, just a walk in the park. That's how he batted at a strike rate of over 200, which is, you know, which is what took India to such an imposing total. Sunny, Gavaskar, Pragyan, Ojha still with us. Saiva, I know it's going to be a big statement, but do you reckon that not just in the Indian team, at the moment, Suryakumar Yadav is arguably one of the best batsmen in T20 cricket in the world?
Oh yes, I think many people, having seen the way he produces shots from nothing, actually from nowhere, are saying that he's the next 360-degree player. Because look at the range of his shots, all the way, literally all over, all round, like AB de Villiers used to play. Perhaps not with the same sort of, you know, power that AB de Villiers used to have. AB de Villiers, when he middled the ball, would hit the ball sometimes out of the ground. But still, I mean, whether you hit it out of the ground, over the stands, or you hit it into the crowd, as long as you're getting those sixes and the boundaries, that's important. And what he does is that, like AB de Villiers used to make batting easy for the batsman at the other end. Because having been bewildered by the range of shots that AB de Villiers had, the bowlers would be thinking what line and length to bowl to the other batsman. And that is where the batsman could take advantage of that. And that is what I think Suryakumar Yadav is also doing now.
Saiva, let me just tell you, looking at the game live from the stadium, because you also get a 360-degree view as I was getting from the press box. It wasn't just the bowlers that were bewildered. It was even the batsman on the other end, Virat Kohli. Couple of times he looked at the dressing room with a gesture saying, where is this man come from? Suryakumar Yadav, what are the kind of shots he's playing? Unbelievable. Those are the expression even of Virat Kohli. I could see it while, you know, he was standing at the non-strikers end. Pragyan, you know, when we were watching him, or when we see any top batsman batsmen. Like today, there was Rohit Sharma who played a good hand. There was Virat Kohli that played a good hand. But somehow when they're trying to up the run rate, you can see it. They're making an effort, taking risk or dancing down the wicket. With Suryakumar Yadav, he ups the run rate without taking any risk. It feels like as if he's playing his natural game. Is that a fair assessment?
I think that clearly says that he's, at the peak of his form. And that's what he's been doing over the years. You remember that 100 he got in England, the way he batted. That shows that he's confident. Even after that, he could not get, in few games, could not get runs, but that did not disturb him. So that's the mindset he's carrying. He knows in T20 cricket, he will fail because the way he, goes after the bowlers. But the clarity, again, I'm telling you, he knows that if he bats the way he's batting, he will single-handedly win games for his side. That is the chance he's taking, and he's absolutely clear about what he's doing. That is the reason why Hardik Pandya and Suryakumar Yadav at the moment have been the man for Indian cricket.
Saiva, this is a tough question for you. There were so many good shots that Suryakumar Yadav played today. Which one was your favorite? I'll give you a few options. There was that 68 near fine leg. There was a flick at mid-wicket that he hit for a 6. Again, nonchalantly, 4 over covers that he hit, which was brilliant. Those sweeps that he hit. Your favorite Suryakumar shot today?
I think the flick of his pads over square leg for a 6. That is not an easy shot to play.
Yes.
You can hit a boundary with that, but he uses the bottom man to such good effect that he powers the ball over the ropes and into the stands. So that was the shot that that is a demoralizing shot, because it is really, when you look at that delivery, it's not a bad delivery. The bowler thinks he's bowled a ball which can maybe be flicked along the ground to deep fine leg for a single or something like that. Instead, he sees it go for a 6. So it's a demoralizing shot as well. So I think that to me was the pick of the shots.
Okay, Saiba, I'll tell you what, sometimes we use this word very casually, jaw dropping. Honestly, that flick over square leg, I did see a few jaws drop in the press box. That's how stunning that particular 6 by Suryakumar Yadav was. Talking about Suryakumar Yadav, no praises enough for the way he batted today. This is the Indian captain Rohit Sharma right after the game, the win against Hong Kong, talking about Sky's batting.
The kind of innings that he played today, the words will be short. So, but we have seen that with him every now and then he comes up with such kind of knocks. I mean, it's got to do with the confidence that he has at the moment, and he just comes out and bat fearlessly, which is what the team expects from him. And some of the shots he played today, I mean, those shots are not written in the book anywhere in the book. But it was very, very pleasing to watch from the outside the way he played.
Okay, Suryakumar Yadav, as Rohit Sharma said, the innings that he played today was unbelievable. The other things that, really stand out in this game was that knock by KL Rahul. Not a great strike rate, 90 odd, which many wouldn't be happy in a T20 format. Pragyan, to you, what did you make of that particular innings by KL Rahul? Also, his form is taking time to come. The Zimbabwe series didn't go according to plan. Now 2 games, he's not looking the KL Rahul that we know.
Yeah, I think the beauty about that man is he's got experience, and also he just needs a couple of games and he'll be back. So he's done that, he's been there, he's done that. I'm not too concerned because others are doing really well and team is winning, so this will rub on him, and I'm sure this knock will really help him bounce back, the way we were talking about Virat. Same with KL Rahul. It is just one more knock and he'll be there. You'll see him doing well in the near future, because the shots that he was playing, I thought that he was timing well. It is not like you're struggling to time. When a batsman struggles to time the ball, that's when the bowler feels that, tries to take the advantage. But I felt he was timing the ball well. Those sixes, those boundaries that he got, they were pure timing. So I think he's just there. It's just a matter of time.
Well, to be fair to KL Rahul, we've been observing him in the nets here, and in the nets he's been timing the ball really well. It's just that the runs haven't come in the middle. Final comments from you, Sanibhai, before we wrap up the show. The same thing that I asked Pragyan. He says he's not worried about KL Rahul at the moment. Are you on the same page as him, or do you think it is time for India to start looking at maybe, I don't know, Virat and Rohit opening or something like that?
No. I think KL Rahul is a class act. So no, not to really. We must, with the kind of performance he has had over the years for India, if we give others a long rope, why can't we give KL Rahul a long rope? So I think we've got to give KL Rahul a long rope. He's your vice captain as well. So give him a long rope, because we all know what he can do in the T20 format. Yes, he's just coming back after an injury, so he's obviously, the rhythm is not quite there. The rhythm will come. And when it comes, I think it'll be devastating for the opposition. So the only thing of concern for me has been, some of the final overs bowling that India has produced. In the game against Pakistan, we probably conceded 15-20 runs more than we should have. And similarly over here today against Hong Kong as well. The new ball bowlers, Avesh Khan in particular, and to an extent Arshdeep also conceded more runs than necessary. So that is something that the Indian think tank has to look at.
So Sanibhai makes a very valid point. Rather than worry about the Indian batting, which is now fired in both the games versus Pakistan as well as Hong Kong, maybe we need to look at the death bowling. That could be one area that will become very crucial, because remember, this tournament is just getting started. India has to play possibly 6 more games if they're playing the finals, so some crucial games coming up against some stronger teams. For the moment, India has become only the second team in this tournament so far to win 2 games in the 2 that they've played after Afghanistan. That's all that we have time for in this special Desert Storm. Pragyan, Ojha, Sunny, Gavaskar, thanks so much for tuning in. But don't forget, we'll be live every day at 6:30 p.m. with our special Desert Storm on the Asia Cup. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.